Hello, Tipsies. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, just checking internet. Are you working? Hello, Tipsies. Welcome to day one of our 5-day training. So today it's a little gray. We just had some hurricanes and stuff, but it's all good here. I'm so excited to be doing this 5-day training with you because I've been getting a lot of intuitive hits like people need this. Hello, Alicia. How are you? So nice to see you here today. I've been getting a lot of intuitive hits on this. Lorena, hello. Oh, Lorena's going to be in our 6-week intensive. How awesome, everyone. So check out these people. Check out these ladies. Check out Lorena. Check out Alicia. They're freaking awesome. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of intuitive hits about the series. And the beautiful part about following those intuitive hits is you're really tapped into the consciousness, like to the questions that people are asking, to uh, the the goals, and also the collective fears that people are plugged into. And when you're able to express these intuitive hits, then something crazy happens and energy is released so I can sleep again. But also it creates this bigger dialogue. And what I've been learning is that there are a lot, just from my clients and friends and contacts and what's on social media, there are a lot of people who've had to close their businesses, right? Almost everyone. And like for people who have an expertise, for people who have basically anything right now that helps other people. And so I call them healers, right? And they may or may not be wellness practitioners. They might be stylists. They might be musicians, but everyone in this group has a giving heart. Everyone in this group has this level of integrity and desire to help people. And this is your time to unleash that. And if you can unleash it within a program, within an offering, within a product or a service, and using that as a vehicle for your level of change and healing and transformation that you want, that is what the world is calling for in terms of a business right now, right? That's what people are purchasing in terms of offerings. And I want to talk a little bit about, we're just going to kick off this 5-day training with just an understanding of energetically and economically what the ethos is like right now, and what the collective is like, and what makes this the perfect storm for you as a healer. And again, a healer is anyone who, you could be physically healing people, or you could be healing people through a medium such as your outfits, or such as music, or such as even learning math, right? Or such as fill in the blank, coaching. So a healer is someone who helps someone transform for the better. And right now we're in this space where everything is unknown, where we actually don't know when we're going to get out of isolation, where we don't know what's going to happen to the systems and to all the structures, right? We don't know what's going to happen with work. We don't know what's going to happen. And so it's an equal and level playing ground. And so for those of you who attended my, the webinar, which I posted here, I talked a little bit more in depth about this, right? How it's really a level playing ground, and we are actually at the cutting edge of it, and we stand to be the biggest benefactors of it, because people are actually looking for people that they can trust more now so than ever, because we can't really trust the government. We can't really trust, unfortunately, the healthcare system, because they're so overwhelmed, right? And my heart goes out to all these healthcare workers and people. And so people are really looking for someone who is like them, someone who's just like everyday like them, and who's standing out and speaking the truth on what their philosophy is for success. So speaking the truth on what healing really means for them, speaking the truth in terms of what needs to happen right now, speaking the truth in terms of what is best for them, what is best for you. So for those who can stand out as a leader, the perfect storm is everything is unknown. So it's an equal playing ground for everyone. So you could easily elevate yourself in terms of your profile. And this is the next two reasons why this is a perfect storm. One is people are looking for leaders now more than ever, right? They're looking for some source of stability. They're looking for some sense of hope. They're looking for someone who maybe they knew before or maybe they didn't as a guide for them to help them process all the stuff that's going on right now. So I just got off the phone with my client and she has 5 people in her mastermind. 5 people she just signed up during this pandemic in her 6-month mastermind program, right? And her program goes for the 6,000s, right? And so that's incredible. There are people investing because people are actively looking for people who can help them. And the more that you are speaking about your beliefs, so not just in healing, but what you believe in. Maybe it's your spiritual beliefs, maybe it's even your political beliefs, maybe it's your beliefs around motherhood, or beliefs around how you dress, or beliefs around how you run your business, or beliefs around rituals, right? That's really important. That helps people qualify. Ooh, I want to follow that person. So the 3 perfect storm ingredients, one is this whole level playing ground, thanks to unknown and uncertainty, which I love. And then second is people are actively looking for leaders. So really ask yourself, what is the space that you want to lead? And leading just means something like this, right? Doing a few Facebook Lives, doing some trainings, putting content out there that's really meant for your audience, not the general public, like everyone. It's really meant for people who have this specific problem or pain point right now. And the third one is, so the second one is people are really looking for leaders, right? And the third one is you have a more captive audience than ever in the history of the fucking internet. People are stuck at home. People are consuming material. People are showing up live for webinars more than ever before. I had 20 something, 30 live participants, and most of them stuck with me when I went an hour over because we're having so much fun. And if you watch the replay, you'll see that, right? More people, and there was no ads for that. And it used to be that to get 20 something people on live with you, like you would have to spend at least $100, if not a few $100 on ads just to get 100 people to sign up for your webinar and to have them show up live. I had 49 people, I think 49-ish people, 50 people sign up for my webinar. And more than half of them showed up live. And more than half of that stuck with me as I went an hour over, right? And I could have gone 2 hours over and they would have still been there. So, and from that, I already have 5 people enrolled in the 6-week intensive, which, by the way, if you want to take advantage of this energy and launch live with a group of amazing healers and entrepreneurs, I would check out the 6-week intensive. The early bird is still good for a few more days only. So check that out. There's a link in there somewhere. So because of these 3 reasons, and because you have an absolute captive audience, this is a really great time for you to just be curious and just to explore and just to start talking about, first of all, just introducing who you are, introduce yourself again, right? There's a reason why all these Instagram influencers are like, oh, I'm just going to reintroduce myself to all of my followers, because that's a thing, right? It's important for you to do that because some people are just seeing you and some people have been following you forever, but they love reintroductions. So here's my homework for you, is to reintroduce yourself to the audience, to your audience, even if it's just to your friends and family. Like, put on that professional hat of your industry, put on that professional hat of what you do. Maybe you're an acupuncturist, maybe you're an energy healer, right? Maybe you're a business coach. Put on that hat and introduce yourself as such. And number 2, share your beliefs around what is going on. So when you're able to share your beliefs, again, you're being seen as a leader in that space. And the more that you have these divergent beliefs, the better. So one of my, I guess, kind of divergent beliefs, or just one of a really strong belief that I have right now, is that this is the time of the healer. And this is the time for people to actively embody the change that they want to happen in their business and in the world. So our lives and our business are just a microcosm of what's going on in the world, right? And so actually a perfect acupuncture analogy. Not that I'm a TCM expert, Chinese medicine expert, but in acupuncture, and Lorena, tell me if I'm wrong about this, please. When we have stagnation, that's disease. Stagnation breeds disease. So if you think about blood flow and what happens when there's a blood clot, not good, right? You're going to have something. You're going to have, unfortunately, like a heart attack or a stroke or whatever. So whenever there's stagnation, whenever there's like a body of water, so just think of like a little stream that the water's still and it's not moving, it's no bueno. So stagnation breeds dis-ease. And think about what's going on in the world right now. We are all stuck in our homes, and people are actually stuck energetically. They're stuck in these holding patterns of fear or scarcity, or I'm stuck at home. And so I have all of these shadows that I need to face about my relationship, about myself, about about me aging, right? About my life decisions. And so it's like stagnation and almost like fermentation, right? It's like stagnation and I'm just stewing in my shadows. And so I really believe that if we allow flow in our business, if we address the issues that have been keeping us stuck in our lives and in our business, that will reinstill flow in our business, and it will actually instill flow into the external world. Like fucking amazing, guys, right? Which is why you need to work on your business. You need to grow your business because it's a full service to the world. So think about what is stagnating in your business right now. Maybe you're literally stagnating. Maybe you're literally like, I don't know what the fuck to do in my business. I cannot work with my clients, or maybe I can only work with my clients at a limited capacity. No way. That is not true. That is stagnation thinking, right? That's just you stuck in this space. And that's why it's important to plug into another container, which is why I have the 6-week intensive. Or you can just plug into another container that you create, or you can plug into an Abraham Hicks, YouTube container, whatever it is. Like plug into a container that brings flow in. Look at the areas where you have limiting beliefs around how you can grow your business right now during a pandemic. People are really taking advantage of these 3 factors, right? That are basically the perfect storm for you rising, the healer rising. And so there's no reason for you not to be able to look at the beliefs that keep you stagnated and stuck and release them, right? Journal them. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna love this. I haven't even told you guys yet. So some of you are in the group, so I'm just gonna tell you this right now. We're gonna create this journal in the 6-week program where it's getting rid of stagnation, right? So what I just said, like if you have these limiting beliefs, journal them out, write them out. But we're also gonna do that bonus of writing this really beautiful love letter to your clients. We're going to be doing some shadow journaling. We're going to be doing some journal activation, some energy activation. So that's a additional bonus I haven't announced yet for the 6-week group. So Lorena, you can look forward to it. And Alicia, you should sign up. You should join us. So identify the areas where you have stagnation. And here's where shadow marketing comes in. The areas where you have stagnation in your business, the best way to install flow and also be seen as a leader is to share it, is to turn it into some sort of content that's relevant for your business, right? Turn it into something that is going to help your ideal audience identify with that content. So really look into the blocks that you have in your business, identify them, release that into the world, and now plug into this new space where you just feel that you have people around you waiting for your gifts, where you feel like there's actually a captive audience, people who are really stuck. And there are people who are really stuck right now. They're even like very like woke people who are actually still stuck. And so like for you to take this time to, again, be curious and just look at, like, raise that level of ideal client that you have, right? Because we talked about in the training, in the replay of the thing you'll see of the workshop, you'll see like there's problems that everyone has, and your ideal client has problems that are at a different level. And it's not that either one is, better. It's just that be really clear when you're connecting with people is that you're connecting with your ideal client. So for those of you watching now, I would love for you to type in what is your key takeaway. And for those of you watching the replay, I would love for you to type in what your key takeaway is. And here's the thing, I'm going to start a contest because I love doing this in the trainings. It gets people really excited. So for those of you who participate every day, either live or in the replay, and I can see that by the comments, right? For those of you who participate and share your key takeaways in the comments, and also share basically prompts that I will share with you now in the comments. For people who do that every day, at the end, I always pick a winner. Usually it's like a random draw for the winner, and that person gets an awesome special prize. So this is for you to be a part of the work as we're creating this 5-day training. There's a container that's created. So use it as a prompt to be posting on this topic every day. So for today, I want you to share your key takeaway in the comments. So please do that now. And also your writing prompt is, what is a belief that you want your people to know at this time? So you as a leader, what's the belief that you want to be seen as a leader for? What's the belief? Yes, Tara. Yes, Tara's going to be in the program too. Yay. Please introduce yourself on social media, Tara. So for you guys who are in the 6-week intensive, this could be a great pre-work for you, is to get a head start in doing this. Right. And for those of you who are not in the intensive, like, hey, first of all, join us. Why not? It's an awesome group. And second of all, use this as a primer. Use this as a foundation for you. Introduce yourself on social media. And also, what's that thought? So if you think of yourself as a thought leader, which I know it's kind of hard for healers to do, we're so people focused, we're not us focused, right? So now I really want you to scroll through your Instagram accounts, scroll through your previous Facebook posts, right? Scroll through some of your blogs, scroll through some of the conversations that you've had with friends, right? Conversations that you're like, I would never post about this publicly. What are your beliefs, right? And just pick one. What's one belief that you have right now that's really important and really activating for your people? And it might feel a little scary for you, and the scarier it feels, the more powerful it's going to be. Because think of all that trapped energy and that fear, and you release it. That's flow. That is anti-stagnation. So share it in this group first, and then feel free to share it with your people. Does anyone have any questions on what your philosophy is? So it doesn't have to be your whole philosophy, but for me right now, it's really that we need to take this time to create the change that we want in our future business. We can't wait. We have to do it right now. And the reason why that's kind of contrary is, there's a lot of people who are like, no, take this time as a rest time, right? Don't feel guilted by these type A people to be productive now. And I'm not saying like you need to be productive now. I'm just saying that if you want lasting change in your business, so for example, if you want to consistently work with your ideal clients, if that's a big change for you, if you want to be consistently charging at a certain level, if that's a change for you, if you want to be completely online and have these scalable online programs, if that's a change from what you have now, you need to make that change now, because never has there been a more perfect storm for you in terms of environment for you to make that change now. But also, this is a time when we are really open to change, where we're actually meant to take change. If you look at the disaster system that is our government right now, and just responding to a crisis, and even the food supply chain, it's a disaster. And people are losing their jobs and they're losing healthcare right in the middle of a pandemic. That's a fucking disaster. Okay. So if we can't just complain about that, we need to embody that change. And it doesn't mean that you need to go out and volunteer for FEMA, right? If you will, like, if you want to do that, thank you. That's freaking amazing. But really, it means we need to embody that internal change of, you know what, maybe I can't depend on everyone else right now. Maybe I can't depend on people showing up to my physical building, getting acupuncture. And maybe that changes, I need to really provide for myself at this point. Or maybe that changes a change in thinking that going from scarcity to abundance, right? I can always take care of myself. There's always money out there. There's always people looking for my work. So what is your belief? Put that out in the world. Okay. So what's your belief? Ladies, I want you to put that belief. Hello, Shonda. Am I saying your name right? Shonda. Yes, now is a great time to share your deep beliefs to help the collective. Exactly. Share your deep beliefs. What are your deep beliefs, Chanda? What is it? Just one. And it could be, your deep belief could be, right now is the best time to drink alcohol at 10 a.m., which I've seen my neighbors do. Like margaritas at 10 a.m. is the best idea, right? And I'll tell you why. So your beliefs can be, it doesn't need to be super deep. It just needs to be something that you believe. And if it's something that's a little bit controversial, right? Even better. If it, oh, this is a good one. If it's a belief that you know some people will get upset by, and that's the reason why a lot of healers don't share their beliefs. A lot of people don't share their beliefs is because they're like, someone's going to get upset by it. You got to post that. Those are the best ones. Those are the most activating ones. If you really want to be seen as a leader, you need to post things that you know at least a few people are going to get upset by. And I mean, like, that's fun, right? Why not? Awesome, folks. So thank you for sharing your key takeaways for those of you who did. And for those of you watching the replay, post in the comments, post your feedback in the comments, post your introduction in the comments if you want to, right? Post your key takeaways, post what you're going to lead for. And tomorrow we're doing a great talk too, and I'll put that in the description for tomorrow. So awesome, folks. Thank you for hanging out with me. Lorena says that's the hardest part. Ooh, Lorena. Well, you're absolutely right. And we're going to have fun with it. So I challenge you, Lorena, to find the hard thing and to post it and to share it, because that is true mastery. That is true abundance. Because when you do that, you actually get more insight, because spirit's like, oh, she's sharing this insight. Oh, she's open to this insight. Let's give her more. Let's give her more. And by the way, that's abundance. When you can have abundance of insight, that's flow. That's flow of money. That's flow of clients. And also that's outflow of folks who don't care for it, which is a great thing. Great thing. One of my clients is so sad when people unsubscribe, and I'm like, that's the best thing. It makes your email list cheaper, right? And also, they get to unsubscribe. They're kind of like off your spiritual teat. Like they get released and you have more energy, and always another perfect person comes in. So thank you for joining me in this training, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. And I want to see your comments. So make sure you challenge yourself. Put your comments in the comments and make sure that you do that, because then you get entered into the awesome raffle at the end of this 5-day series. So thank you all, and I will see you tomorrow.